There was no like thought where you're like, oh, let me get this by myself. You're like, so I never thought I'll be close to that at all. I was like, well, I looked down and I had like 2 points to pick over. Yeah, I got 2 items. At that point, did you know what it was one? Yeah, yeah. I don't say it like I was like, this game already like feel already. You know, like once on matters, that's like because I dodged that. It's no different. Yeah. In the first game, my problem was I missed 3 CS at the beginning. Like, oh, it was a 3 CS. Yeah, it was a really disappointing for me. Then later, I went back. I knew they were topside, and then they were getting charger, and then I executed the play, and they found me by mute, and then I died. Yeah, I was miserable. Yeah, so you're just jump scared. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know, guys. Like, you guys should have been there. No, but yeah.
Oh,
So the games wrap it up.
wow. That's so nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
I went in the first game. Went in the next.
Okay.
I mean, that's it. Yeah, yeah. Probably. I think my favorite moment from game one is what you guys were doing before we came here, which was an actual jump scare for Ian. Yeah, dude, I saw Ian jump like on his chair. It's actually hilarious. If you guys go back in the VOD, you can see it. They show it on the broadcast that when Ian gets flash comboed by Rise and Mez ulted, he jumps out of his chair. He just tenses up like no tomorrow. Game was a damn jump scare. Yeah, it was really nice. I saw him like. Yeah. Even like trying to like play it off. Like, oh, bro, did you get jump scared? He's like, no, I got actually jump scared. It was kind of funny. That's a horror moment in the game. Yeah. I felt like it was kind of like a little bit uncomfortable in the early game in game one because they got that dive top and they killed mid. It felt like it was like the easiest game. Yeah, they're all in base. They had Ivan, so I stayed. And the president had Shogun, I think. Yeah, so they got the secondary for the game. That was the point. Yeah, good against some of those weak now. Yes, I thought I was gonna be able to use my Rise layer advantage when we start working. She's like, great. Then they got it. I thought that would be fighting. Yeah, they made this like trade play where they went top and built that. So it's just they gave me like the whole 1 hour. I was like, I need to subscribe. I think by the temporary. Maybe. Yeah, I think that they moved like that about coordinating the waves because like you got the whole wave and they're all just sitting like behind your turret. And you can tell there's like a moment where they're like, did we wait for the next wave or like what are we doing here? Like, yeah, I guess it's not what I'm doing. He TP'd with a big shield but still like one shot and I was like, no, I'm just too fed. And Paris with Lulu just working in her head. You tell them about beast mode? Yeah, the beast mode. Yeah. Yeah, you just press your ult and then it and then you go open. Yeah, beast mode. So yeah, this thing in our team when we call it beast mode. Like when we play like we're gonna go beast mode. Like we're about to go in. Yeah. And then my favorite part is like the comms from you guys, like even though you didn't win the perfect game, but it's just so funny when you're like you can only contain the beast for so long. Yeah. Like come on, go so quick. Release the beast. That was beast mode now. Which is also our what do we level up? Yeah. Like 100 people. Yeah. Beast mode. Comes from Nick Smith. Yeah. Good building. Yeah. Good build. We got a lot of internal CI things. Yeah, I mean, I thought where's my favorite that was fun. I thought he looked like confused. I don't know. Um, yeah, I was just gonna say about that game. Like, I felt like we made some mistakes in the draft. We wanted to love the draft, but I think at the end of the realized how we were really like that game. Well, sure. I felt like I was kind of annoyed with the switching and black art, but in the sense they didn't start with fully red art and black art. Yeah. Then the abilities, but then switching the mid buff on the head against like Widow yourself. Yeah. So that was kind of they got some pretty impressive rounds for the first game. Like the main one where the tanks run. Yeah. I started there. Maybe they're doing so late to say again. Woo! No, doing like a while. Maybe there's one over there. If we play finals, we'll lose game one on purpose. It takes like 5 minutes. Yeah. Like 5 top lanes. Yeah, the middle is like. Yeah. What? Yeah.
Oh my god, he's not on. It's 66 degrees. We'll iron it up. Oh, shit. Can you get me a tank top? Those are great words. I love it. This was hot. Yeah. Can you say that again? I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, all the fun. I just like they're very cute.
Oh, P.S. When this little guy is floating up here,
Was it there?
yeah, and says, please drain and empty me. He was full as fuck.
Hey, you got a band-aid off of him? A little one. What the fuck?
That's such a random side
Eating
note, but.
at home. Actually.
Quite nice.
Quite nice. What?
It was so good. I had some lace off with it.
Oh my god. Holy heck. Whole forbidden tech unlocked.
These corn dogs with Chick-fil-A comes out. Absolutely.
Thing today.
think when I redo the wrap, the meatball smell like that. It's the shell. I want that bowl for cooking.
Yeah.
Feel real dirty.
I know, but I always like having fresh.
Me too. I
And they were the bottoms get so crazy that I just like as you saw, I just set them on.
they get greasy down now.
Yeah, and I didn't know if you wanted to clean them, so I didn't know if you just wanted to wipe down the bottoms or.
They. I need to keep cleaning them till I find what oils go where.
Well, I wanted to give you the option. So.
Well, let's see how it.
And
I'm ready for that one. Yes.
dude, I love these. They're so pretty.
They sparkle.
They do. They have like little glitter in there, and they're like fabulous. Oh, I got new nails.
Whoa. Oh.
Oh, they're like clouds. Whoa. Skies. Thank you. Thank you. And I like extra manicured this time. So like they'll actually last because like I did really good nail care. It's like free nail care. It wasn't just like a whimsical, let's see how it goes, plop it on type beat. Like so these should hopefully last a lot longer. My nails beds kind of hurt a little bit because man, I haven't like dug in there and gotten all the dead skin out in a while, and so like
No, that always
it
makes
hurts.
it.
It hurts. Yes.
Every time I do that.
Well, they're so sensitive right now because like I had a lot like I get a lot of dead skin that attaches to the nail, and so I have to clip it off, and then like the nail like tries to grow like towards the sides too much, and so clipping that off and out like it made some of us bleed a little bit, and then of course I pressed these on, and then so now there's like low key like glue in areas there shouldn't be glue, but it will help from the dead skin like rebuilding. So I'm just trying to like beauty is pain.
Is it
Beauty is pain.
okay if I put this on a big TV?
You can put whatever you want on it. I had a stepmom for a bit. She passed away a couple of years ago, but they actually got divorced before that. Long story. Won't get into it. But she was a nail tech. She used to always do my nails.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she was my stepmom for 3 years. But they were together for 4 or 5. They got divorced right before I was a senior, while I was a senior. I think it was right before I became a senior. But it was a crazy time. But one of the things when she was always cool with me because she always wanted a girl and she had 2 boys. So it was just kind of like, hell yeah, my mom's sucking ass right now, and you are this like short, round, lovey, crazy.
probably have better
Freaking
chance
Hazel
than like a
Green,
lot of else
country
K teams
woman.
because when I watch them, they don't know
Loved
how to make
her.
like
The two phrases
certain
that I
case like
use from
better
her to this
smite or like
day
crowd fights, how
are no
important
cop,
it
no
is
stop,
and stuff like that sometimes when
and
I'm
no
watching
pop,
them.
no
And
stop.
Cloud9 is definitely the
Her
first
ex-husband was a
person
cop.
or first
No
team to do
top,
it.
no
You know,
No
top.
cop,
that's
no
what I mean
stop
by
is
like
one of
new
my
technology, right?
favorites.
Because like it is just not
The
fair when
amount of
we're
times
just
Sabrina
watching
actually
would
like
be, she'd
primitive
be late
technology.
to
Cloud9
getting me
was
to
on the
school,
crab before
and she'd
everyone.
look around and she'd be like,
Like
no
he
cop, no
actually
stop.
was there at the very beginning.
I go to work. My dad will just call me on the phone and be like, I just passed by a cop, just letting you know.
Yeah,
There's a cop in
just letting you know.
Everybody to
I'm
this
just slowing down.
episode of
I'm just slowing
Pros.
down.
Yeah,
Buhi,
dude.
Doklo
The
back
other,
in with me.
like,
What's up,
sometime
guys?
last
It's
week or the week before,
a lot of 3-0s
I was
this week,
hauling
huh?
ass towards Hazel Green,
yeah.
and I'm just a
Well,
menace
what's
once
up?
I like.
Right.
Five
What are you looking at?
65
I don't know.
ramps me up to be a menace on
I
65
guess my
going
first
towards
question,
outfits.
coming
Yeah.
out of it
And so,
is,
like, by the time I get to 65,
I'll ask
I'm
you
like
immediately because you've had two
up to
series in which
90
this
at
happened.
some
Where do you think it's
points.
coming
And
from?
so, like, I'm cruising
Just like
and I'm
the
chilling.
quick
We're
series
all
from
like
across the board.
busting a move, and I look
I mean,
over
I
on the
think
other side,
TL
and
and
I see a
Lion were
trooper,
somehow in the lower
but
bracket,
he's
even
facing the
though
other
I
way, of course,
consider
and
them
he's
like
like
top three
on the
along
whole
with
other,
us.
like he's not in the
Somehow
middle, he's on the
TSG and
other
Sentinels managed to
side.
like sneak in
And me and
into
this
the upper
car, we
bracket.
don't even hit the brakes. We're just like,
Because I expect
fucking
that
try it.
once
We just boom, keep
we get to
like
finals
going
and
90, and you can
there's
tell
a
he
You
like
like
favorite
peanut
for
on that?
win that series. I
on
think
next
they
to
should
the
be,
oven down.
Sentinel should be the underdog going into it, obviously.
Yep.
So I think they're both the
And
Lion TL
you can
series
tell
and the
like
one after
because
that,
you
the
can, I
finals
felt
should
it
be
weird.
a
Like
lot
you could
closer.
see him hit the brakes
So I
to
think
like
just because of how
potentially
regular
put
season
it
went,
in
that series
drive,
will
and he
see
just
quick series.
immediately
Yeah,
like
'cause,
was like
of course,
fuck.
there's going to be a
And
combination
I was like,
of
yeah, you
like
try it.
format
You
discussions,
try
but
it.
I do think Lion, Team
Oh,
Liquid, like those
You
teams
have to
definitely
send
had
full
some rough
send it
moments
because I
in the
did
regular
not let
season
go of the gas
themselves.
pedal.
And like Huhi, I'll go to you
I'm
because
not gonna
you
lie, I
guys had
run for the
the
cup more
actual
than once.
smooth uprising
In the
where at the
camera.
beginning, week one, it was tough.
If you
But then
can,
over
if you can
time,
get
you
away
guys
from the
found
cops with
like
the camera,
gradual improvement to get to the
do
position that you
not give
guys
me
are. And
the
then
car.
how do you feel? Because like immediately coming after this series,
Low-key,
the
it was
improvement
too
that you guys
easy. It
had,
was
but
like
then going
it's
into
like
the series
1:30 in the
versus
morning.
C9.
I just got off work from Mason Dixon.
I mean, I think in the
Hopping
beginning,
over
like
the
we
hill
really
that
sucked.
goes
Like I
down
feel like
towards Dublin
we
Park,
didn't.
because I was going into Madison.
We basically
from
weren't a
Huntsville.
team. Like
And
everyone
so
was
like
kind
I'm
of
just
just playing solo
fucking
queue.
sending it. I think
That's
I'm
what
maybe going
happens when
160,
we don't practice.
and then of course I'm going
Like a
down
month
this hill, so I
before
just get even faster. And he's
LC
in
starts.
Dublin, and so I just
And I feel like because of
immediately.
visa
No,
issues,
that's not what it was. I was
everyone had visa
I
issues
run
this
through.
year. But
I think we finished the bricks. This guy
two of our Koreans
came
also
the other
came
direction. He
2
turns
weeks
his lights
before,
on just as it pops
and
over the hill. So
like
I know he's
I
about
think
to
I've
turn around and
mentioned
come
in
get me.
different
So I turned into my mom's old neighborhood
podcasts or
because
something.
I
Like I
lived
think
right
Sentinel's
next to
podcast
Dublin.
where like
But
Hambach
I was like, I
actually
know this
never
neighborhood,
screamed
and
like
if I
for a straight
weird
year, more than
enough,
more
he'll
than a
fucking
year.
find
So
me. And so
I
sure
think
enough,
that
I did.
does
I
play
just
a
cut
big
through enough
factor,
fucking roads and
especially
literally
when
plopped into some
it's a
random
new
person's
team. We're trying to
driveway,
get to know
turned the
each other.
car
I
off,
don't
laid all
know
the way
his
the
play
fuck down,
style,
just was like,
and he's just kind of playing solo
I
queue,
live
you know.
here.
And
They will never know. There's so many fucking
that's why it took
Camrys.
some time to kind of
And I
learn
backed
the
in so he could see
meta
me
and
play,
kind of
of
get on the
course.
same page.
And
And
I don't know if he
I
drove
think
by.
after
There's
we started
one
screaming,
college
it
drove by,
just
so I could look at
naturally
least 20 minutes.
got
So
better.
God forbid
Yeah.
those people had a ring
I feel
doorbell
like
camera. They
throughout the
definitely saw me
series,
just
and
park
Doklo,
in
you
the
joined
driveway
us
for
for
20
the
minutes and then
beginning of the day,
leave.
and like kind of like analyze the series itself. We can probably start with it. There is like, yes, it was a 3-0, but there was like a little bit of drama. Especially, actually, I want to hear the insider about
He
the
got the
vein
peanut
pick, and people
bowl.
were like ended up going through the rule book, trying to get it right. At first, it felt like the decision was like, oh, you guys are gonna have to play the vein pick, and it's gonna go to one of those roles. And then actually, it was like, no, because C9 didn't end up locking the pick in. That didn't happen. So
Okay.
you were
Well,
in
that's
the
what I
comms when
meant.
it happened. What's your perspective of it?
I mean, I think my perspective of it
We'll
is
see.
just Rahal made a mistake. You know, he even admitted like he made the mistakes, and I think what I was trying to do is like it is what it is. Like there's nothing we can control
Well,
anymore,
I
and
don't-
we just gotta stay mentally strong. I kind of saw Rahal kind of like being really like sorry, like he feels really bad.
Yeah.
And I think luckily like C9 are like thank God you guys let us kind of I don't know remade or like the right like looked at the rule book again, but for us like I kind of joked how for us it's always happening, you know, like the Guardian Aatrox and now to this vein pick. We are the issue, you know, like in that sense.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, but it's something that we definitely gotta focus up more even happened in Champ Select, and we got to fix that. And we were just thankful that we got to remake.
Focus on clicking our buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, someone did mention, I won't say who, but someone said, like, if we lock in a champ right now, because we knew it was a mistake, it was like within 1 second of your guys' turn to pick,
Yeah.
Vayne was like insta-locked, and we're like, well, they already have Lucian, and no one is blind picking Vayne top
Yeah.
or picking
Yeah.
Vayne mid into Zig, so we knew it was a mistake.
Yeah.
And then someone said like, if we want, we can lock something in, and it like it jails them to play Vayne. But we were like, no, let's not do that. Like it's already 2-0. If it was a finals, maybe we'd consider it.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
it was like for everything, right?
Yeah.
But in that moment, we're like whatever. And then they started like investigating the issue and everything, and we were just like telling the ref, not that it has any impact, because I don't think they care what the opposing team says or wants. But we were like, can we just get to the place where like they get to redo draft? Like we don't want to play this game.
Yeah.
It was a mistake. Can we just get there already? Because like it was like a long back and forth, and we redid the champ select because we were gonna go into the game with Vayne being locked in, but then they looked further, investigated more,
again.
and we dropped it
I
again.
feel like they just need a good faith rule, because like imagine if this happened at like Game 5 World Finals, like everything on the line, and then some bug or like a mistake happens like this. Like you're not gonna want to ruin the moment. Be like, oh, on a technicality, we have to do this. I just like in a good faith rule, just like obviously you made a mistake, just let's just fix the situation, move on.
Yeah,
I think,
and it's not like us seeing Vayne locked in gives us any kind of disadvantage. Like it's not like someone could abuse it. So
yeah,
I
exactly.
think it would be,
Just
it would be
I
good
feel
to
like
have that
just
kind
add
of-
a good faith rule in the rule book, and then
Yeah.
just I don't even know how you're
I
bouncing
mean,
on Vayne. That's like the real thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't ask. Like he was already like kind of like annoyed about it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he knew that he made the
Well,
mistakes.
at least
so,
you guys weren't jailed, so
yeah.
that's nice.
Thank God.
Dokley, you're with us for the day. Just your thoughts on the series overall from the perspective of, being on the lounge.
Yeah, I mean, I think C9 just looked solid. I think every lane just played well, and I feel like game 1 was the closest, but even that, it's like they had a lead, but you guys just weren't able to convert. Like Riser's bot pushed in on the 3rd dragon, and then Humbug just walked in, and you guys just died. And after that, it's like the comp just kind of fell apart. So yeah, it just looked rough, honestly.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so for Vulcan, I guess we can go straight into it because he kind of alluded to just C9 being dominant, but that's just for it felt like the entire split. You guys are 12-1 in game score. A lot of it has been kind of credit to, I guess you guys have started literally in December and had a lot of, and on top of that, you didn't make too many changes. You got APA and Damin came in as assistant coach. What have you felt that is different now going into playoffs than, let's say, last year, because you've been with them for a bit, that is making you guys so strong?
I think we're more aware maybe of our strengths and weaknesses. I think Loki as a player wasn't a very vocal person in the room when we were doing draft meeting or like talking about what we want to play, what kind of champions, what kind of style. He didn't really share his take, or if you asked it out of him, one time it would be that way, and the other time it might maybe flip. So it was hard to get like a consistent read on what he wants. He was a really good player,
Of course.
but Ian APA on the other side, he's like much more vocal about his strengths, his weaknesses, how he wants to play, and stuff like that. So it helps us a lot because any kind of direction from anyone is always very helpful. So yeah, I think we're, I guess, yeah, we have a clearer direction, how we want to play and stuff like that. So it just helps in general.
I think you did an interview earlier on in the week or last week where you talked about comms difference specifically with APA. Even today, while we were going through one of the team fights around Rip Trailed, and it was APA's Talia. Like it was a winning fight. Talia ulties. Yes, he made a mistake. Gets caught by Renekton. But like we listen to the comms, and it's still very focused. Not like most of the time you'll say, "Oh, I fucked up. Sorry about that." No, but he's very loud. That's like a sneak peek to those comms that I haven't heard from before. What do you think or feel like he has added to the team that you guys haven't had on top of that? What you've said.
Yeah, I mean, he has a good go button whenever he's like he sees the fight being very winning. He's like, there's the one kind of famous clip, I guess, where he goes like, "I'm going forward no matter what. I'm going forward no matter what. I'm going forward no matter what." And he just like clicks in 1v5.
Yeah.
Where it's always good to have someone recognize a situation and act on it, and it's very easy to follow that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm in my ideal world, all 5 players are able and willing to do that kind of thing. So it helps that our millionaire is doing it on stage. So.
I'm going to ask the two of you guys, because I wonder, last year it was just like FlyQuest dominance, and I think the community and myself kind of played into that as like there's no other competition. But hearing from the same kind of narrative, it's the beginning of the year, do you guys think that C9 is just as far ahead as like, let's say, as a FlyQuest last year? I'll ask you, Doko. I'm looking at you.
No, I don't think so. I mean, honestly, FlyQuest was pretty close. Like spring, wasn't it a game 5 you guys went to, and you guys
Yes.
probably should have won that game. So like, it was actually
Game
really
4 too,
close.
we kind of We had like a quarter kill early game in that game 4 because we were up 2-1
Yeah.
in that final. So
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was like far closer than than
people
like, it
thought
was
it.
than people thought it was. So no, this year I think it's closer. I mean, obviously we're in the lower bracket, but I feel like we can contest all the teams remaining. So I feel like personally it's close, but yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think for now, I definitely do think C9 is the strongest team. They're the most connected, and they read the meta the fastest. Like they knew what this meta was exactly about, and I think they started learning about it first. So
Yeah.
I think every other team is kind of catching up, and I think in that sense, I agree with Dokla that it's not gonna be like that dominant in the end, whether the meta shifts or once, because it's pretty apparent what I feel like Cloud9 is doing, and it's pretty easy for other teams to kind of catch up in that sense. It's really hard to learn or recognize what the meta is, but to catch up from other teams, it's you just have to watch the VODs and kind of understands the game. And I hope that we're pro players for a reason and can catch that.
Yeah.
So as long as like we learn those kind of small details, I definitely do think that this season will be, this year in general will be closer.
You said it at the beginning, before the series, beginning of the day, kind of talking about how you felt as though like Cloud9 were more like scientists and you guys are more like punchers, fighters.
Mhm.
But you guys wanted to kind of like inch towards that. What do you feel about? You can make the comparison and kind of elaborate more on that.
I mean, yeah, basically it's like similar thing to what I just said, like
Yeah.
about the meta. So basically they have like over technology compared to us. Right now, they know like, they have more
They went to
details.
Korea. They pretty much
Yeah,
went
yeah.
Korean technology.
Yeah.
And they found they knew. Yeah, they found vibranium
Yeah,
over
for
there.
sure.
Or what?
I mean, like for me, I think even compared to LCK, like when I watch LCK, like I feel like C9 probably have better chance than like a lot of LCK teams, because when I watch there, they don't know how to make like certain things like better smite or like crowd fights, how important it is and stuff like that. Sometimes when I'm watching them, and Cloud9 is definitely the first person or first team to do it. That's what I mean by like over technology, because like it is just not fair when your
That's
jungler
actually
is like
primitive technology. Blabber was on the crab before everyone else.
yeah.
Like he's actually he
Yeah.
was there at the very beginning. So,
So-
now it's just even more important. He's like, wait, I've been great at this the whole
I've been
time.
on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, like, it's just like we just made a joke as a team that like they were kind of fighting with a gun and we're like using our fist, but we're trying to make our weapon too. Like we're trying to get
Right.
to the bow.
Yes.
But definitely Cloud9 right now has
We're in the
most,
Bronze Age.
yeah,
Okay.
the most detail oriented, like really small things that people won't really catch if you're like a casual users. But right now, I think they're most connected and the most detailed.
Where do you feel like there's a change in the process in which you guys are doing it, or is it the same thing? Is it the addition of coaching staff? Because it feels like there's a lot of credit being given to your guys' overall macro. Where do you get like what is happening in that process for you guys?
No, I mean, I think Kuhi kind of touched on it about the whole crab thing. Is like Barber is very vocal about what he needs in a game or like what he wants to happen, and having that kind of player shape, I guess, the way we play the early game is very helpful. And he's always super confident when he calls like in that kind of situation. He knows exactly what he wants to do and how we should play it. So we're kind of just aligning with that and going with it. So I think the credit goes to Blabber, honestly. I mean, I don't know how much Dom helped him because he's obviously much more focused on Blabber than anyone else, even though he's like a proper assistant coach and he'll oversee everything.
Of course.
He helps Blabber more. So I don't know, maybe some of the credit goes to him about, how they figured out how we need to play for early crabs and having the better smite and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, the junglers are probably, taking the credit for that one.
Yeah.
Both the junglers.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Let's talk about. There is something in the water because also in the LEC they have like G2 and MCOY 6 and 7 seed. Like feels like if you are a lower seeded team, there's a lot happening there. But for you, Dokla, you at the beginning of the split, there's obviously like maybe not on the same page the team. What was the major change for you guys to be able to turn it around?
We were not on the same page. I was playing like shit. I think those are two big factors. And then, yeah, I mean, in our DSG series, like, we had good conditions. We just completely messed it up. So, yeah, the 2-week break, just practice a lot and make sure we're all gonna fight to the death for the scrab because it's the only thing that matters in this video game.
Okay.
And yeah, now coming out of it, we just all know what the goal is. So yeah, we're just more time together is gonna help. So I think that's all it took, at least for these last 2 weeks, to beat FlyQuest, and we're still gonna have to get a lot better to beat C9 in the end. But yeah, we're on the right path.
That's fair, and I think I am interested in kind of that discussion because I felt like you guys really well prepared for FlyQuest. The same goes for you guys, but I want to kind of bring it to the table what the general thought on FlyQuest is as a team, because they looked really good at the beginning of the split, but then of course, due to the format and also like you guys picked them, so you guys faced each other like 2 times in a row, 2 series in a row, and then in the lower bracket you guys are going up against the Lion Sharks. So it's like, where would you place them amongst the league? But do you guys, yeah, where would you place them?
I mean, it's hard to put them very high after the last 2 weekends. I think for them, it's just they have rookie players in 2 very important roles in like support and jungle. And I think people kind of figured out how to take advantage of them in draft a little bit. So they're maybe just a bit downloaded, and they need to either like get better at normal games or expand on their like not cheesy picks, but they have like a specific style that they like to play where their support is like pretty good at Karma and he enjoys playing it. He plays aggressive in lane, so if he gets that, he's happy. And then maybe Griffin gets like a Gwen game. He tried to play it against Slarmed and super well for him, but maybe against some of the different junglers it would have worked better. Not sure, but I feel like they're maybe a little bit downloaded, and they're one of the team that has the most chance of getting better, right? Having so many rookies, they should at least have the most.
You can only go up, right?
Yeah, so
in theory,
we'll see. This is only the first split. It was super quick, so I think they have good individual players, but they're not a very good team. That's how I read them.
Doku, would you say the same because you just are coming off fresh from the prep, having faced them?
I mean, yeah. I mean, they're just rookies. I think that individually they're fine. It's just yeah, if they fall behind, they don't really know how to either stall the game out or like what is their comeback play, because they just kept going for plays that like are so obvious, and they just lose more and more and more, and then the game's just over like really fast. So just need to learn from these mistakes that they're making, and yeah, I think they can be good.
You haven't been able to face them, huh? Or my memory bad?
Yeah, FlyQuest. Yeah, we only scrimmed them. Not on stage.
Based on the scrims, is there like a difference from what you're seeing that's hitting? Because a lot of the younger teams, a lot of the times, will have probably more aggressive scrims.
Yeah, I think the major difference is that in the beginning they're
Still
on
on
stage
beach.
because every other team was kind of bad.
I didn't realize it was gonna be this
as
much.
teams are kind of getting more stable
There's even
and
more
kind of learning how to be a team, and
There's a whole nother
FlyQuest is just naturally
one of those.
because I feel like
I think we're gonna do that in the oven.
similar, like what Malcolm was saying.
Fuck it up.
they have
Yeah,
good
that's
players,
right.
plays pretty well. Like,
She.
in the
Big
end, it's a team
brain
game, and
coming
I feel like they
through.
don't really understand
Huge.
how to
This thing's huge.
play from behind.
Let's go to the other 3-0 that ended up happening. Neither representatives are here, so you guys can talk freely. It's Team Liquid versus DSG. So for that one, I'm interested in the TL perspective because they were a team that either people thought were the best team in the league or the second best, but had a really rough start. Even just the last tiebreaker to get in the playoffs versus Dignitas.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna lose that game. Holy shit! Like it was actually, and I was wondering, like, there's just so much stress probably on them, just given the expectations, and they're playing a tiebreaker, and they were actually low-key losing it. They probably should have lost.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
I can't believe
we were all hate watching that day. I think everyone at this table. Yeah, we're all hoping for big season.
Yeah, I mean that shit was insane. I mean, forget about that. It's just the stress that they must be going through. And the craziest thing is, what Yana was typing in that game in all chat. Like,
was he typing?
Yeah. I think FBI started, but regardless, I would never type in a game that's tiebreak and you're like kind of losing.
Yeah.
Everything on the line. That's crazy.
It was like after, I think Dig had hinted at earlier on, and then he typed a question mark. There was like
and then in that series, or in the second series, against DSG, game 3, where they were like absolutely stomping ball in, and then the game somehow became close.
Yeah.
I mean, they did end up winning, but yeah, that was like, how could you throw a game like that? I mean, obviously they probably feel the same way themselves, but that That was not a good look.
Where do you think it's coming from? Because it reminds me of when I was watching the Caspa Cup with you guys and Team Liquid, and Team Liquid also had like a major loss or like throw. It was like a 8K throw there. So I was like, oh, hopefully this is not a trend. But like, um, what do you think is happening? But also like, what's your take on Team Liquid now?
Yeah, I mean, for the DSG series, I think DSG is one of the worst bot lanes in the league, maybe. Not that they're like that terrible, but just I feel like the bot lane level is pretty high this year. And TL I would probably rate as being the best in lane. So it's like a pretty big mismatch there. So hard to win the game when your bot lane is, just losing outright, no matter what. It's not very playable. So that's why it was such a stomp, I think. And then I don't know why they throw so much. I think they just like maxed out their early game stats in like in the RPG game, like they just maxed out their early game and then didn't put any in the like late game or like game sense later on.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like. So I hope they don't level up and get more points for the finals or your guys' match. But yeah, that's how I see it.
Because Huhi, it was in the same series where Impact like got the Guardian Aatrox, and I was like, oh, this might be doomed. It was not. Your read on Team Liquid, because that one, it felt like they had made a lot of mistakes, but you guys looked incredibly strong in that time.
Yeah, I mean, Team Liquid kind of, I think Vulcan said it like how I wanted to say
Too
it. Like,
fast.
they just don't know how to play the game if their bot lane doesn't win like early, in my opinion. In scrims, sometimes I'm just surprised how they're playing. Like they just like kind of flip it level 1.
Yeah.
Losing or winning matchup. I think that exactly the same thing happened game 3. I feel like when we were playing Team Liquid on stage, they had like kind of an early losing bot lane, but they were trying to get the push and they just screwed themselves over, like, and after that, I just felt like the game was so easy because they're kind of, in my opinion, a better FlyQuest. They definitely do understand how to play the game from behind, but I also do think they don't have that much good understanding because they're just so used to winning early. And once you have a lead early, I think as long as the other team doesn't make a mistake, every team should be able to close Team Liquid out.
Yeah, it's weird. Do you think they're playing the right way? Because Morgan's playing the
right way. Yeah, that guy's playing the right way. But top lane is so isolated these days. But
tell me about it.
I mean, what does there say? It's just isolated. It's pretty much 4-4. Like this series, I think you could take out top lane. I don't think it would change much, honestly. I mean, yeah, it's just the meta right now.
It just feels like junglers aren't allowed to spend time.
Yeah, if you spend
like,
any time,
it's just like you're gonna lose something. But like plates, there's always like plates to get. Like 1 second on the turret, and you get plates no matter what champ or whatever.
Just a crystallized thing.
And then Drake is really broken, so if someone goes top, we're like, oh, okay, nice.
Better be worth it. I mean, you guys went top today.
Yeah.
But you guys traded for it.
You have to when it's like kind of matchup with like Rise mid. So yeah, it's the meta.
But what were we talking about? Team Liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, top lane is playing well, but yeah, I mean, they just throw so much. I don't know. I think in game 3, Quid just decided he didn't want to get carried, and he's like, I want to make a play mid and try to kill this guy.
1v5. I saw the screenshot. He's like in the middle of 5 people.
Like, I want to be part of this game and not just get carried playing Azir. And just So hopefully he keeps that up because that'll make it easy for us. So.
What about your old boys at PSG? Because that team had like a real surge, and they were playing well even when Cryo wasn't here, which was a surprise. And I haven't heard of a team ever not putting scrim time in like the sub player, but fully believing that they would have Cryo at some point, so they gave him the scrim time. But like watching DSG play, what is your feeling on them? Only asking because everyone's pre-split expectation was 7th, 8th.
Yeah.
And it was changing. And then now we were like, maybe it's back to where it was.
I mean, I think they're pretty good, honestly. Like I think they're definitely in the middle of the pack, maybe like middle lower. But I think Calmy is good. I think their jungler is good too. I think Sujet individually is not bad, pretty good in my opinion too. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe like after they started winning, maybe the ego kind of got on them.
Ego already?
I don't know. Exactly.
Win a few games.
But like, I definitely think playing versus them, especially like going into the game, like our first stage games versus them, I definitely thought even though we lose early, like they probably won't know how to play macro. But then they were playing pretty well as a team. So in that sense, I was actually pretty surprised. They're kind of the opposite of FlyQuest, where their laners might be a little weaker, but they have better understanding of the game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Vulcan, apparently, like hearing some of the C9, like I guess content pieces, you're poking fun and being like, "Oh, let's not pick DSG guys." Like,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on the team?
I mean, at that point when we had to make the decision, we hadn't scrimmed DSG ever since they got their jungler in, because they were scrimming a little bit with Kizno, because they weren't exactly sure yet if they were going to get the visa in time. So we hadn't played them in a while. We didn't really know, and they looked good on stage from the games that we saw. And then the one argument that it was either Dom or Inero that brought it up, but we were saying that they make good side plays, and it's annoying to deal with, so we don't want to pick them.
Yeah.
And then so we picked FlyQuest, and then like we scrimmed them obviously because we weren't playing them. We scrimmed them the following week,
Yeah.
and we just they couldn't play the game. Like it was not good for them.
Yeah.
We were really stomping them, and then obviously I need to like rub it in their face, my coaches, that
Forgot to do
like,
that soon.
guys, don't pick DSG. They make side plays. Careful with the side plays, guys. So that's about it. Yeah, but I also don't think they're that bad. I think they're a pretty good team, and they should also get better as time goes on. They have a couple rookies, so yeah, I think the league's pretty solid. this year.
Okay. And I wanted to ask you, who on your team? I guess it's been brought up a few times already, but the idea of you once again playing the role of an in-game translator and like being able to get people on the same page. Specifically, I'm imagining Rahel, Halbach, and Darkwing Smith. A, how has that role been for you? But B, how has it kind of progressed ever since? Because you said on stage it was like 70-30.
Dude, actually, I have a question. So, like, when Golden Glue is watching the game backstage and he doesn't understand 70% of the comms, like, what does he say in review after the game ends? Like,
Just you just kind of see the game,
Oh, yeah,
and this definitely on stage games, I definitely try to like communicate the English plans as well.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, definitely for me, it has been a challenge, especially when I'm so focused on like the comms,
Yeah.
and I feel like my individual play kind of gets a lot worse. So focused on always kind of looking at the map, I sometimes like miss where they are.
Yeah.
It even happened game one, like or like game two when I was playing Rakan and Yunar just jumped on me and I actually kind of jumped. It was just so stupid thinking back because I saw the ward over the dragon pit and I don't know why I walked there.
Yeah.
Stuff like that happens, and I feel like that has been my biggest challenge where I have to keep my individual level like up as well. But yeah, I think as time goes on, I feel like my job will get easier and easier because in the end, I feel like communication is kind of there to make everyone on the same page, and it's really needed in the beginning when teams are new, when we don't know each other that well. And right now, it's for me, it's way better to over communicate than communicate less. And as time goes on, and people kind of learn like our playstyle, and because in game sometimes when we're so connected, we don't even have to say when we're going, and people know that like by the movements, like we'll go. Like
True.
I feel like in the World's Finals, the Keria Faker moment, like Keria was saying how like he just saw Faker's movement that he canceled base. He knew that he's gonna go. Like those kind of things happens. Like
They've
chemistry
been playing
wise.
there for like 3 years.
Yeah.
A little
But-
different.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
my base logic is like as time passes, like we will learn about each other's and body languages, and I will be needing to communicate less and less.
Yeah, Douglas said just mentioned it, but like, because I was on a team that had like full Danish team, but like we were like, okay, well, let's swap it to English because that was a choice, mostly for the ease of reviews. The reviews can't be easy, right? Like being able to get people on the same page, and like especially for Golden Glue, being able to be like, I can't talk about the comms ever unless if you brought up the feedback.
Yeah, for sure. I think also feedbacks are not based on comms, and it's just about how we view the game. So we try to like, I feel like, separate those two. We definitely have like pretty interesting dynamic, I will say. I feel like Impact is pretty vocal.
Yeah.
I always kind of make a joke how I feel like he's the dad of the team. I'm the mom, and
mom.
I don't know if it's appropriate, but like I feel like he's an Asian dad, and I'm the Asian mom, And I feel like he gives like lots of harsh comments with no bad intention, you know. And I give a lot of it's okay, man. Like you know, kind of a thing. Like well, as long as we're learning, everything is okay, kind of a deal. But I definitely enjoy. I feel like everyone is kind of enjoying each other's company. Because
Beef rice.
it is needed,
I need to
right?
cook
To
more
have
rice.
someone like that is harsh and someone that can
Rice.
take care of like
Why don't we
everyone's mental
use
because
one
it is a
cut
marathon.
of the beef and
And yeah,
I guess it would make it difficult at first. Vulcan, you just came off of you've had a few Korean lineups in general. Like, what would you say would be the biggest difficulties? Would it be in game or out of game for you guys in the past?
I think out of game, I think it just makes everything like take more time because it doesn't matter how well you can say or like explain a thought or a point that you want it to happen in game. It, maybe it needs to be translated.
Yeah.
So you kind of waste a lot of time, and that can be draining sometimes. But then, like, it doesn't really matter that we had a longer scrim day, as much as we need to be able to communicate better and efficiently on stage. So it's kind of more important during the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, if it can be hard. Yeah, it can be hard for everyone. I think even as like I think Thanatos, he's quite good at English now, but sometimes we're talking so fast because we're not doing the thing anymore where we're like slowing down and using basic words all the time. Maybe he's just like, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I feel like he tunes out sometimes.
Yeah.
Just because it is draining for someone to like constantly be like, that word, I don't know. So I need to like assume based on the context what it means, etc., etc. Like it's exhausting, and you're also playing the game, trying to review. You're talking to people on top of it, so it can be quite draining.
I think I remember seeing or you talking about when you were on FlyQuest with a double Korean lineup on that one. That is like I talk too quickly for the people on the team. So is that something that you yourself have been like long-term goal? Talk slower in general, so my teammates can understand me.
No, I don't care.
No,
like,
you don't
get used to it.
Dokla, have you ever had that within your career? You had Crown, and I guess, an Optic.
Yeah, I mean, I had Crown, Arrow. The Arrow's English was decent.
Yeah.
I had a lot of Koreans in my course of my career, but yeah, I mean, yeah, talk a bit slower, use simple words. They typically understand that when they're just learning like the league terminology. It's like the first words that they know. So yeah, to me, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, but in review, it's a bit difficult to get your point across and have them understand it. But that's just part of it's a trade-off of getting a Korean versus communication. So yeah, you just gotta deal with it.
A question that I had, and we'll round back to the playoffs themselves, but it was a discussion within the community that I'm interested in. It's kind of just been like voice comms in like solo queue, and I wondered how you guys viewed it because in almost every other competitive game, it's something that has been there, like Dota has voice comms. And you guys had the ability to play through Champions Queue and have that experience. I guess I'll go to you, Vulcan, and thoughts on how it would impact like your view of solo queue. I don't know if you've thought about it much.
I mean, a little bit over the years, but I think it's very good for the game because I play Counter-Strike now and then, and it's obviously very nice to be able to communicate easily to people. So I think it's a huge bonus. It's going to obviously take some getting used to. It's a shame that we're 16 years into the game and it's coming in now when I think it could have been put inside the game a long time ago. But I think it's good. I just don't know if I will personally turn it on when I'm like coming off of a scrim day. I don't know if I have it in me to like go communicate to randoms.
Yeah.
And like it's just going to be very different than what I'm used to. So I don't know if I'll care about it during the season, but it'll be cool for when I have nothing to do but play solo queue during the off season or whatever. I think it'll be nice to be able to have voice comms and fully focus on solo queue when there's nothing else happening and I have full energy on it. I think it's nice. But as a pro, I don't know if I'll like for the couple games that I play at night after scrims. I don't know if I want to not care that much, but I don't want to put that much energy into it. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, solo queue, it's just gonna be different. Because I mean, first of all, I don't know how antisocial everyone's gonna be. Because this game, everyone's been just catered towards like pinging only and typing in all chat. So
deafening.
just just that barrier itself is going to be interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, for sure. I think the biggest thing is like, I don't know if it's in champ select or like once you're in game, because then it might determine like a lot of champ picks, and then I think that one might be a big deal because everyone's like kind of going to play more meta, and I hope that doesn't happen where people just lose their individual like champs that they are good at just to conform to like, oh, a pro's in my game. Oh, well, he's probably going to want me to pick meta or something. I don't know. I'm just, maybe it happens. So, but yeah, I mean, solo queue's always just been solo queue. I mean, it'd be more impactful for like flex queue or something. Like if, but obviously that's like completely dead. But it'd be fun if flex queue was like a thing, and then like a 5v5 thing happened. But yeah.
About the voice comms.
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what kind of effect it will have or whether I'm gonna use or not. I feel like yeah, talking to newer people, especially when, for example, like I'm dealing with Rahal a lot, and I don't know if he will be willing to do that
Oh, of
kind
course,
of
of
thing,
course.
you know. Uh, Especially like when it comes to like in-game decisions, like I don't know if like I will be able to like communicate that well. Like I don't want to argue in game,
Yeah.
you know.
That's a good enough.
I feel like that's the most important thing. Like when
I've
playing a
fucked up a
team
lot in
game,
my life.
it's best to not argue when you're playing the game. But you know, I feel
It's
like
gonna lead to some good content, though. I will
Yeah.
say.
That
kinda
It's
let
gonna be
out.
pretty funny, though. So I'm
Yeah.
excited about that.
I'm great
And
at
I feel
crisis
I
management.
do play solo queue a lot,
In a
so it
pinch.
tends to be like a really antisocial if you got nothing else going on. So in that sense, it's a bit better.
It's so
Just to
cute.
see, like,
It's
gauge
so
the temperature
absurd.
of everyone else in the game. So I think it's a net improvement. I think, yeah, pretty much every game has a social aspect to it besides League. It's like, so you can't ping
Let me
anymore.
know.
You can't.
I mean, it used to be a lot more social, but I feel like
Yeah,
a lot
they
of
just
changes were
yeah,
just
That's
kind of
crazy.
it's like
forcing
intentional.
people to
Yeah,
not
yeah. So now this is
social,
like now it's gonna bring it back a bit. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think it'll change? Because I remember, I know Nemesis has made this point, but do you think it'll change the game completely? Like what you pick? Like for a good example is like people are just playing the Katarina one trick that is permanently looking to roam. The Bard roam that might come, that's probably going to be better communicated, maybe more slower gameplay. Do you think that's a fear?
oh wait,
Oh,
I mean, that's
oyster
assuming, like,
sauce.
best case
Oyster
scenario,
fucking
everyone's
sauce.
opting in
That's what I
at
need.
all times. I don't think that's gonna happen. But maybe it has some impact. But I still think it's still gonna be roughly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be that crazy of an impact. Maybe at like the very high elo game where like full
That's
pro
what-
lobby,
that's what I was
but like
thinking
I
also.
really don't think it's gonna make too much of a difference.
I feel like for high elo maybe, but I feel like it's such a nice change for even people at lower elos to actually like kind of experience how the game is played for pros. Like when we go on
My
stage,
mom
we
today
have
and talked to
communication.
her
When they go to solo queue, they
about my
don't.
car,
Yeah.
and I
And I feel like the game is kind of meant to be played with high
Yep.
level of communication.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
I'm
with all
gonna
the changes that Riot
cross
has
my
made, they were
fingers,
kind of
hope,
limiting that. And
pray
like
yeah.
since like 5 years
that it
ago,
makes
I
the
always get my pings muted in solo queue. When I try to ping a lot of different information,
Yeah.
I get muted and I get so annoyed.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to relay
or
information that is
sometime
like,
in the near
in my opinion, very
future
important in the
take
moment.
some statements
And
and
the
I'll
game
put
says
down
like,
there.
"Ooh, pings too many times. Please wait a little bit." And then I'm like, he's gonna be there, careful. And I do it again, and it like extends the moment, like the amount of time that I'm muted.
Yeah, it's
So
you know
that whole
time
thing
out.
is very annoying, but I think it's gonna be so nice for people who
I
get
feel
into
like
the
I'm
game
getting
to
one
have
well.
voice
It's
comms.
starting to
And
do the classic.
toxicity is like the other side
I
of
feel like
the
I'm like
argument,
one
but I think
bad pothole away from
you
it
can just mute and go back to how I was
being
already.
Mhm.
I feel like the mute function is OP, so I think
That's
it's
a
just
shame.
good.
Because like, for me, there'll be days where I'm like muting or communicating. I don't know. It depends on the moment. Like you kind of said, if you have a long
Because
day.
until I'm only like
I
up
wonder
here.
how much of a disadvantage in like a actual strategic game in comparison to FPS of like you having maybe two teammates or three teammates that are communicating versus the enemy team that's maybe having like 4 or 5. That could be a pretty big like difference maker. Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know.
Dude, actually, one thing I wonder is if you can rally people to FF faster now. It's like, yo, man, this one's looking real rough. I mean, it might be my bad. Like, hey, I don't
fault,
think this
guys,
one's
but let's go
carryable, guys.
next.
Let's go next. Yeah, let's all save some time because games get hostaged quite a bit. So,
Right now.
honestly, I didn't think about that angle. Maybe I'll be a good persuader now.
We got a rallier. All right, that's good. Let's talk about what could be coming up ahead. First, I'll look to you because now you're in the position of being in the finals. You are already guaranteed to go to Brazil. I mean, that's always going to be the case. But like being in that position now in the finals, 12-1, is there anything that you got that you feel like you guys need to work on, or any personal satisfaction of how last couple years have been?
I mean, our practice hasn't been that intense, so we just need to lock in there. I think we need to have solid practice so that we go into the weekend feeling confident. And I always kind of think that the team who survives lower bracket has an advantage in the finals. I think the schedule works in the way that non-RTL will play 3 games back to back, right? If whoever wins.
we win,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think that team who like manages to do that has the advantage of like being warm.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I mean, we just need to be on top of our game. We'll obviously have the
17
advantage of
to
looking at their drafts and stuff like that. So
17,
we'll
18,
take a good look at
19.
what's
I'll
happening
go to my mom's
and
after work on
Do they play
Thursday.
on side or not?
yeah,
They got some
the
Probably
side
side
plays.
plays going or not?
I'm back
Luckily,
on
the DSG is out, so we're safe on the side
so
plays.
I don't have to worry about going to work.
Huhi, now you get the opportunity to see Team Liquid and Lion fist fight.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the who's coming out of it, and don't look away from Dokla? But also, what's something that you feel like you need to, as a team, improve on to be ready for that matchup?
I think so. First, I think out of TL and Lion, I feel like they're both of their mental are, in my opinion, not that great. So I feel like whoever wins the first game might have like the momentum and kind of win over. I definitely do think that both teams are good. So I feel like it's gonna be a fun match to watch.
Yeah.
Maybe like for now, I want to give like Team Liquid more of a chance compared to Lion. But I wouldn't be surprised if Lion will beat TL either. And I think what we have to improve on is basically just like kind of an individual play. I feel like today me and Rahal didn't play that well in ball laning phase. I feel like C9 just smashed us all 3 games. Whether like the jungler is pathing away or not, I feel like we just kind of played really poorly. And also in team fights, I feel like game 1 and 2, I feel like we definitely had a fair chance, but we just kind of under the stress or like under the pressure, we just struggled and just got wiped in,
Look
like,
at that big
every
old
third
walk.
fights and stuff like that.
Look
So
at that.
that's something
Whoa.
that we're definitely gonna try to work on
Whoa.
and bring it back.
Oh.
So Dokla, I hear that it's going to be 3 straight wins. Not only do you have to go up against Lion or Team Liquid, then Sentinels, then the finals. It's just another lower bracket run, maybe.
Yeah.
That's another thing that you have to go through.
That's you guys make it sound like it's like a big deal. It's not really a big deal. You're just playing League, and that's it. So I feel like it's actually fun, and this is probably what I would want to have happen anyways. It's just fun. So personally, I look forward to it. I've been in lower bracket a few times, and I think Gauntlet was pretty similar last year too. And honestly, actually, I think whoever won the series between us in that game 5 would probably have the same type of run. You guys would have been to the finals and would have been at Worlds. So
Yeah.
I feel like the same situation might be happening here. Where it's like whoever wins between us and TL is gonna have the same
I don't think so. Not this
type of
time.
thing. Well, I mean, we lost to FlyQuest. I mean, the you guys or FlyQuest won in the finals, but I feel like we're gonna win the rest of the way,
Right,
and then the
okay.
finals will be close. Yeah.
So what do you think about that matchup? Because that one's going to be the one that everyone's looking
Yeah, I mean, I think Morgan's really good, and personally, I'm just looking at like a 1v1 because top is so isolated.
Yeah.
But I have confidence in the rest of my team. But 1v1, I mean, yeah, he's very good individually. Both him and Thanatos. Actually, I'm facing 3 Koreans. It's him, Impact, and Thanatos. So I got my work cut out for me. Yeah.
A flashback to Worlds, I guess. That's good to see. I wanted to kind of wrap the episode up with kind of some level of nostalgia. You guys are former teammates, Huhi and Dokla. Is there any fun stories you could tell us? It's been a while now. Surely there's
Fun
something you can.
stories.
Fun stories.
Even if it's not so fun stories, even if it's trial and tribulation.
The one trip we had was fun.
Oh, the one trip, yeah.
Yeah.
We went to a vacation together, but that's just me and Nishim.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that was
That's cute.
That is cute. Where
No,
we
other
going?
people too. Not just me and him.
Other people. On the team, it was just me and him.
Yeah. So that was nice.
Some fun stories. I mean, I don't know.
There was one fun story,
Yeah,
but
there
I
is
can't get
one
into
fun
it.
You can't get into it?
I really can't get into it.
I have
Different
one
type
fun
of
story
podcast
too.
maybe, or what?
I really can't get into it. But
So on March
there was one
6th,
funny
I
moment.
guess I'm
But definitely like energy. I think joining energy. I will say was the most stressful year in my career.
Yeah?
I think it was my first time ever really
That's not all.
thinking, oh, like maybe this
No,
is it.
and
I
then we'll
want to
just see
retire, you
what
know?
Yeah.
Damn.
see how
Because
That
that
bad?
yeah,
that
because for
means.
me, I think throughout my career, I've always enjoyed what I did and
Yeah.
kind of loved what I was doing, and I knew how privileged it was.
Yeah.
So I was just making sure I was enjoying every moment. But yeah, on energy, it was really stressful,
Yeah,
and
first one, last one in, first one out.
yeah, I'm like, wow,
Me and Vic always clowning you
this
on
is
that.
that year was special to me.
And you don't have to get into it if you don't want to, but like for me, it's like before you joined the team, it was like, oh, we argued a lot, but a lot of it was kind of seen as a positive. You
Yeah.
guys in NRG, right? Like the fact that you guys had a very vocal, open system within that team.
Well,
So like,
someone argued a
I
lot.
Yeah, I
got
mean, it feels like it's a therapy session if I like speak too
Yeah,
much, you know,
yeah.
because I'm like kind of getting to my traumas.
Yeah.
Go
But
on.
like I wouldn't say like names, but
Yeah.
it will be like stories like on my first day joining the team. I don't know if you remember, but on my first day joining the team and first day of screaming, we had to cancel scrims,
Oh.
kind of
Was
thing.
that first day? I think
Yeah, it was literally my first day. I was
Oh,
like
yeah.
there first because we are some people are good, and
Yeah.
then
someone.
someone
Had
and someone
disagreements.
argued, and then the scrim was just canceled. I'm like, wow, like this is my first day, guys. Like,
Nice introduction,
what are
yeah.
you doing?
Let's keep it
And,
easy,
yeah,
guys.
I mean, it was pretty funny because joining the team, I think FBI was my former teammates.
Yeah.
So he kind of gave me a lot of like heads up, of like stuff like, because he know how I am as a person. He was kind of hoping that I can kind of make everyone
Yeah.
become like a friend
glue
or
guy,
like
yeah.
the kind of that kind of person. But yeah, I think I had my struggles there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, damn. Okay, I was going for reminiscent.
Yeah.
There's
That was
essentially
funny,
going to
yeah.
be two assessments.
I mean, that was funny looking back at it.
Yeah.
It's,
I
For
mean,
the
now it's
thing?
funny, right? But
Yeah,
No, I
three
thought it was
points
funny in
and
the
test, so I have to
moment.
pass
you
the test.
thought I was shocked.
Yep.
I was shocked by.
But it's the Department
Oh,
Management
welcome to
Leadership
the
Skills
team.
Assessment,
Oh my
the
god.
Department
Yeah,
Management
you can
Situational
join in this.
Judgment
Do you have any
Test,
awkward like
the
joining in a
Department's
team? You're like,
Statistical
because you,
Knowledge.
I guess you.
You got to
You've
start
been on a few teams
sucking the
already,
green
of
boot.
course.
Pretty
With the
much.
LCS. Any memories of like
Pretty
joining the
much.
team and just having a culture shock?
And
I'm
feet.
talking to
Little bit of how
David
things
about
are
what
done.
like type of questions are on those tests.
Maybe EG initially, because I think, I mean, I don't know how, it's kind of well known at this point, but Inspire is a very
Yeah.
specific way of giving feedback.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of, because he's European and it's like a different culture over there. And I came from C9 where we obviously gave feedback to each other in a pretty straight way, but that was like next level.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty big culture shock. But you get used to it. And yeah, I think that's maybe the one thing I can think about is going to EG. Impact is also kind of like that. I guess you mentioned it with the Asian dad thing, but we had Impact and Inspired who were like, if Jojo is making a mistake, he would know about it.
Yeah.
And he would know exactly how bad it is and like why he should never do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a big difference.
Asian dad and Polish dad did it help. Did it help a lot in terms of getting through problems, or did it?
It worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
You
say it
guys
helped.
won, yeah.
Yeah, there it
Yeah.
is. That's a dub. I'm sure it's helping. Polish dad in the house. Maybe don't. Maybe not in that those words.
It is.
Perfect. I mean, that's good. That pretty much wraps it up for all of us. Thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you.
That was a great episode. And like, comment, subscribe. Also, shout out to all you guys who are just like listeners on Spotify, iTunes, all that. And take it easy.
See ya.
No, I always did feel like Quid had this paradigm where like the better the game's going, the more the team's winning.
Yeah.
Like the worse he'd play, and the worse his team playing, the more likely he is just to absolutely 1v9 carry.
The Blabber has the same thing. When Blabber's like too strong, it actually makes him weaker because I'm
Yeah.
like, this guy is about to eat. So
Yeah.
you're gonna see something.
Welcome back to Coaches. It says pros, but it's coaches.
Okay.
Yeah,
Former pros.
former pros.
Yeah.
What's the highest level league you played? It was
I played
was
LCS.
pro. You're CLG.
That is disrespectful. That is insanely disrespectful.
way more recent than you or me, actually.
When I was
Yeah.
Definitely at that point, but I leave like fortunate.
even though we want to let them pick their right champ,
And
we
they-
also don't want to get punished for it.
And they were gonna make them play Vayne. They told us that they're playing Vayne.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were thinking like, is Vayne gonna go top or mid or?
should it be Lucian mid?
Yeah.
It's Vayne bot maybe? Like who can play Vayne in this game?
Always best
And it's also
think
now
it's
we're
probably
looking at
worse.
the champion list. We're like, do we have anything
Yeah,
on
Fran,
here that
you
just
know.
like
Can be for us.
runs Vayne? Like if they lock in Vayne, is there any
This
chance
is
And then
that
they
a-
changed their
Mono wins this game?
mind
This was the
halfway through the
gem of
second
a
champs. Like
video
they're
I
like
decided
top
to
again.
send to
Okay, so we'll drop champs
And
again.
so whenever
so
I
we'll
was
pick
screen
the real champ now. Okay.
Well, before they told us to drop, they're like,
just
just
Yeah.
pick your champs really slow so we can
Well,
like
they're
work
still
this
watching
out.
They haven't responded, but I know that they will. And I know
Hello
they've seen it,
and
I-
welcome
that's the thing,
back
I
to
know they
episode
have seen this
39
already.
of the Cloud9 Kia
Don't you dare start
podcast.
pushing now.
We are
You
here
know.
after our game versus Sentinels, where we just won 3-0. It was a pretty good day. Obviously, here with Sven and Thanatos from the team. Don't forget to subscribe for more Cloud9 Kia content. And also, we have subtitles in different languages, so you can choose below whatever language you want to
I think he's trying to go
watch it.
Super Saiyan.
It was,
Awesome.
and I was just,
Awesome.
I saw it out of
So
nowhere, and I was
we
like,
had
yep,
our-
this
our
is the
game versus
one, because
Sentinels.
it's on
Obviously went
Facebook, so you
3-0.
can't just like
How did
send
you
that to
guys
people with no
feel after the game? You can start Thanatos.
So I was like, oh yeah, this is it.
It was a thin gap, except top.
Except top?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's it
From my
coming?
perspective, it was top gap because they spent so much time top, so I could win bot.
Thank
It's like when they were top, I'm like, oh nice.
I wish I had a
Now I
flame.
can get bot tower.
Yeah.
Now
And
their
bot
bot,
plates.
now their bot turret is
And-
gone.
Yeah.
I
I'm
got
like,
it.
oh.
Yeah.
I think if you trade top for bot always wins.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
Because there's
So
two
I
people
got the, I
in
got
my
the
lane.
wave.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Also, yeah, like Thanatos said, he was getting
Probably
the wave
should've
every
had it
time,
go
so it never
for
felt like they were actually.
Yeah.
There was never a disaster top.
Yeah.
It was
In
just
the
like
first
annoying.
game, we got the wave
Well,
top, and then I got first tower, and we also I got a kill on the ranked and
Yeah.
team bot afterwards. So I got like I got so
Do a
juiced.
little
I
more
got like
wider one.
first tower,
Maybe.
all
It'll
the
still
plates.
be the same
I got
heat
a kill on
intensity,
ranked, and I
but
was
it'll
like,
be wider.
I'm between 2 items in like 12 minutes or something. It was crazy.
Lulu was also juiced. Like I saw
Yeah.
Phil sharing the turret. He got 240 gold.
Yeah,
Like
he loves those plates.
Oh, yeah, this is not far.
there was no
Okay.
like talk. You're like, oh, let me get this by myself. You're like, no, take
I
it,
never
bro.
thought I would be close to my item at all. And I was like, wow, I
Yeah, there.
put down and I had
I
like
just gotta hold
2.6
it
gold,
on
like, oh,
the spot.
Yeah.
awesome.
It's kind
I
of
have
tough
2
to
items.
see where it is.
At that point, did you know it was one?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but like I was like, wow, I'm gonna win this game. I could feel it already. Because I don't have like one spell that matters, which I'm best at ulti. So if I dodge that, it's over.
In the first game, my problem was I missed 3 CS at the beginning. Like,
Oh,
it was a
3 CS?
yeah, it was a really
What?
disappointed from me.
The guy,
Nice.
Dom
Yeah.
was like
And
3
then
CS and he goes,
major
oh,
tournament, I
like,
Like, I knew their top side, and then we are eating
Oh, yeah.
third rake,
Yeah.
and then I asked really late, can they be top, even though I knew, and then I die.
Ah, okay.
Like, I was coping.
Yeah. So you're just coping and saying, hey,
yeah.
can they be? Oh, I didn't know, guys. Like you guys should have told me earlier.
No, but yeah, the two big problem from first game, but we still win
Missed 3 CS. So
Yeah.
now I'm tilted.
a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I wasn't give a shit about the 2 deaths from the diving.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really happy.
I think my favorite moment from game one is what we just reviewed before we came here, which was the actual jump scare for Ian.
Yeah, dude, I saw Ian jump like out of his chair when
Yeah.
I messed ulted him.
It's actually hilarious. If you guys go back in the VOD, you can see it. They show it on the broadcast that when Ian gets flash comboed by Ryze and Mbess ulted, he jumps out of his chair. Like,
Yeah, I go-
yeah, he just tenses up like
It's like
real
a horror
quick.
game. It's like a jump scare.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
he was really lucky.
I saw him like I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's good.
You even like tried to like play it off. Oh, you're like, oh, bro, you just get jump scared. He's like, no, I got actually jump scared.
It was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was a horror moment in the game.
Yeah.
I felt like it was kind of like a little bit uncomfortable in the early game in game one because they got that dive top and they killed mid and it felt like it wasn't like the easiest game.
Yeah, they're balling base, and I didn't have my item yet, so I stayed. And I best had Strojan, I think.
Yeah.
So they got second Drake in that game, and so I thought, okay, maybe the game's gonna be a little bit close now,
Mhm.
because I thought I was gonna be able to use my Kraken Slayer advantage over his Triforce to like get Drake, but then they got it. And I was like, might be a hard game now.
Yeah.
But then they made this like trade play where they went top and dove Thanatos,
that was
and
really
they
good for
gave
us.
like the whole bot tower. I was like,
I
this
should
is
have
so
died.
bad.
I should have died at the time, but I lived. Like, fortunately.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that they were like bad about coordinating the wave because like you got the whole wave and they're all just sitting like behind your turret.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
could tell that there was like a moment where they're like, so do we wait for the next wave or like what are we doing here? And then they're like, I
Yeah.
guess we just leave them.
And then he TP'd with a big shield and still got like one shot
Yeah.
on the dive. And I was like, no, I'm just too fed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
hyper carries with Lulu especially, just so broken if you're ahead.
Should we tell them about beast mode?
Yeah, the beast mode.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you just press Unar ult and then you E in and then you get ulted.
Yeah.
Beast mode.
Yes. So we have this thing in our team where we call it beast mode. Like when we play like Unar or Lulu, we're gonna go beast mode. Like when you're about to go in.
Yeah.
And then my favorite part is like the comms from you guys. Like even though you did it in the Corky game, but it's just so funny when you're like, I can only contain the beast for so long. You know, like
Yeah, it's like, Larry, come bot, I have to go soon.
like I have to release the beast.
I have to dash forward soon.
Yeah.
Beast mode.
Beast mode comp, which is also our when we huddle up. It's
Yeah.
our like
1, 2, 3 beast mode.
yeah 1, 2, 3 beast mode. A lot of it comes from Nick Smith,
The goat. The golem.
the golem, the
The
draft
draft golem.
the draft golem. We got a lot of internal C9 things, but yeah, I mean, I thought what were you looking at me like that for?
What?
I thought you looked like confused. with
No,
what I
no,
was
no.
about to say.
I was thinking of something else.
Damn, I wish I had sesame oil. Or
Yeah, I was just gonna say about that game. Like, I felt like maybe we made some mistakes in draft. People wanted to know about the draft, but I think that at the
Oyster
end, when you were on
sauce.
Unar Lulu, I was
Like
really
a
confident
little,
you were gonna
yeah,
win
it's
that
this
game.
thing. Well, it's wit
I wasn't
in
sure
combination
about that. I thought like
for the rise.
I was kind of annoyed they picked Corky and Bard from us, like our signature champs. They even use our skins, Corky, and Bard.
Yeah.
That annoyed me, but then it was a good game. I mean, once I'm ahead against like low CC comp, it's really easy.
Yeah.
So I was happy with that.
By the way, they were completely smurfing first game just because they took our Renekton, Ambessa,
and
Corky, Bard.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Maybe they're like trolling to take our champs.
Yeah.
Now I lost to my champion.
Oh,
Maybe there's a lesson in there. When we play in finals,
just lose on purpose.
we'll lose game 1 on purpose and take like 5 mid laners or 5 top laners, and then they won't be able to play.
Yeah, smart. Let's think about that for a second.
Yeah, that's
Tank one game.
that's what I bring to the team. We'll lose 1 game on purpose so they can't play champs and play some other champs. Excellent. So let's move on to game number 2. So game number 2, that was a game that I thought was like probably our like least accurate game in terms of like how we played it. Yeah, that was the game where we had a bunch of deaths when we were invading blue.
Yeah, their top laner came from base.
Yeah, their top laner came from
I
base.
feel like if Vi didn't flash ult Blabber for a 1-for-1, that could have been bad.
I thought so too.
Because they didn't get the crap that they came for.
Yeah.
Or the defense that they like overchased and then like he flash ults and gets 1-1. Like not worth for Vi at all. I think if that didn't happen, it could have been bad. I mean, only like 1 for 0 is not that bad, I think. So it was fine, I think.
I think when we are planning to invade enemy jungle, I should call Rumble's base timer.
Yeah.
He might give 2 wave and then 1 plate and then go there.
Yeah, hope
If
something.
if we knew that, then we could like acting like
Just
invade.
drag him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if he come and like we got 1 plate and he
Yes.
missed 2 wave, it's
Yeah.
really dodgy for him.
Yeah, not even worth it
Yeah.
for him, yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't one shot wave anyway, cause if I don't stack wave, it's worse than
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
so
you want to slow push, but if you do slow push and he's there, it's so annoying.
yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
coin flip.
It's true. I mean, that game was definitely, I felt like, the hardest game for us to play. Throughout, like even the Drake fight that we had afterwards, we ended up losing. It was like kind
yeah,
of.
we stacked, didn't we? Or something happened? We had like multi CC.
Blabber didn't get one ability off. He just like
What did he
got
play
caught.
this game?
He was playing Wukong. He didn't get his ult off. Like he just
Did he
got
get
one
violed?
shot. He got one shot in the CC. I think he got like Recon Charmed and just got turboed because like they had Hui spells on top. So
Yeah.
and Wired.
I remember
Yeah,
I got like a big ult and hit like everything, but we still lost that fight.
yeah, and they got the Drake too.
Yeah, that was painful. Oh,
Drake-
afterwards.
I
Drake
thought you
could
had
be
it, to be
our-
honest.
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
these days, like only jungles do damage to Drake, right? So
Yeah.
I didn't know how much damage I did to it at this point without stacks on it.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh.
It's not that easy to steal it though, because it's
Maybe-
Jin with 4-shot. Like
yeah.
they were
like,
comboing it.
like before, it's a good music angle.
They're not ready.
Maybe I could play more aggressive and you could hit Drake.
Yeah, and then flash out and Q
Yeah,
it.
I was full HP and having flash.
Yeah,
and
I think I could have been in the back of the pit and like stood there and like played that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I was kind of surprised they picked Hui in this game. Like, I mean, I wasn't surprised because we
Japanese
thought they were
trains,
gonna
I'm a
Hui, but like
yes.
not
Of
the Hui
course.
angle that I feel like many other
Of
people would
course.
take. I mean, most of their champs, I felt like they just kind
Those
of
are the fastest trains.
Like the Rakan pick in that game, I feel like is so hard to play. You're playing Rakan
I
into
think playing Rakan Vi, no tanks against Nautilus is a bit.
Dang,
scary
I need to
because
cook more rice
because
next
at
time.
even lane phase, like after level 5, you just can't tank a hook.
Yeah.
And Jin has barrier for early game, so like at 6, he has no cleanse for Varzel.
We all liked it.
I already tried to
So
beat
it's like
this
so much
good
CS
spot.
in this game.
Stop.
They can't go anywhere. Nol's in Tribush, they can't play.
This is
Like,
not.
it's so OP.
It's been too
I had
long,
a theory that
and I could.
Thanatos'
I
best
wish I
friend was
gasped,
Rahel,
all I can
so
say.
maybe he was win trading a bit.
Hey, it's so mean.
That's,
bro.
Just kidding.
that's fucked up. I feel like his support player might have been trolling a bit today.
Yeah, we'll blame the support because it's not Thanatos' friend.
I mean, you always blame first jungler as ADC, and then after jungle, you blame support.
Okay, sounds good.
Need to
Not
make
your
way
fault.
more rice.
You
It's
never
always-
blame your top laner, right?
It's
not
so
really.
good
Like,
though.
it's not.
I mean, unless only enemy top TP behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I need to cut the
top
beef
laner's
smaller.
not called and shows up.
Yeah.
Blue buff fight.
But I'm trying to do extra
It's-
protein for us.
It's Lara's problem, not
just kidding,
my
Thanatos.
problem.
Yeah.
We ended up good play because 1-for-1 and
Yeah, I was so
I
happy.
got to play.
I got one
Yeah.
kill, and
No,
Jin lost the whole wave.
I know
good.
you were
I agree
happy
with
about that.
cutting
When
the
you saw the
tips.
Vi ulting like
You're
Wukong,
so-
you're
I
like,
was like,
you're like, yes,
The
I
ranks
can
is
kill.
good
Like,
too.
this is-
I was even waiting for it. I was like, I kind of knew he was gonna do it. I was like, yes.
I
Snap.
feel like as a jungler, even though it's
Okay,
bad,
back.
it's like something in you makes you do this play.
Yeah.
Like
The
the
jungle
Wukong's like flashing away. You're like, I have to kill him. Like
the jungle ego.
yeah.
Yeah, that was really bad by him. He has no pressure on the map for like 2 minutes without Vi ult or flash. So.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of like
No, he said
the
it's
problem that a
teriyaki
lot of
chicken.
teams have.
It's
is
beef.
like
Bro,
when
what
you
does it
follow
taste like?
The
I don't know.
Wukong flash,
Not chicken.
he's useless. I think Wukong.
Then why are you
just,
saying
like, normal
chicken?
charge
I
too.
thought you said it was teriyaki. I
That's
don't know
why-
Teriyaki,
You have
it's
flash
beef,
ult, so
bro.
it's like, oh,
They're
man,
beef
like,
chunks,
Wukong's gonna be
bro.
So good.
It's
Yeah,
beef.
you run the whole map for like 2 minutes.
That's the inspired discipline, you know.
That could be the
He's very
teriyaki
faster.
part.
He
It
would
changes
never
chicken
flash
into
them.
beef.
Yeah.
Never in his life.
Oh
Alright, so
my
let's move on
goodness.
to game 3. Now, game 3 was the
I was
banger,
going
because
on what you
before
said
we got into the
yesterday.
game, there was the whole Vayne thing that happened
Oh,
where
yeah.
they locked Vayne, and then we were like, okay, that's obviously a mispick. And I guess the thing that people don't know is that we were trying to like let them pick their actual champ. Like we
Yeah.
didn't want them to lock in Vayne. So we were telling the refs like, just let them pick whatever they want.
Yeah, I did pros
Can I have a cherry
2 weeks ago with Assail, and he said that the reason they can't let the enemy team decide is because then what if we're in finals, right? And we're like down 2-0, and we don't want to
Have the
mimic.
cold ones.
That could be like
Oh, please.
they will make.
I only have the
blame us for
cranberry
not
cold
saying
boil.
yes, you know, and the fans will hate us and like this kind
Regular
of thing. So
cold.
it's on the referees
You can
and
get you
the
a
backstage
cherry.
team, not the players.
But it could be like low key, you know. It's like we said yes, and then they're like,
Yeah,
like,
I was saying that like they could tell us what the pick would be and then give us more
Oh.
time to discuss what we'll play.
The last
against,
one.
You know? Or like with the impact rune situation
Give me
when
some
he had
ice.
Guardian on Aatrox,
Cherish
he
it.
could maybe just tell them
One
like,
up.
his whole rune
Yeah.
page or something. Like then they would
Yeah.
have some sort of advantage. I don't know.
Yeah, that was the only thing that was weird because the whole time we were like, we're fine with them picking a new pick, but we wanted to know what that pick was because
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
spending the whole time like being able to discuss
Yeah,
what
yeah.
pick they wanted, so everyone's on the same page, and then we're just sitting there like, kind of in the dark. So you know,
Yeah.
even though we want to let them pick their right champ,
And
we
they-
also don't want to get punished for it.
And they were gonna make them play Vayne. They told us that they're playing Vayne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were thinking like, is Vayne gonna go top or mid, or should it be Lucian mid with Vayne bot maybe? Like who can play Vayne in this game? on their team?
Thanatos and I were looking with the champion list. We're like, do we have anything on here that just like runs Vayne? Like if they lock in Vayne, is there any
And
champion?
then
Nah.
they
that
changed their
auto wins
mind
this
It's
game?
alright.
halfway
Teriyaki
through
beef.
the second champ select, and they were like, drop again.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll drop champ select again to let them pick the real champ now. Okay.
Well, before they told us to drop, they're like, just pick your champs really slow so we can like
They're
work
still
this
watching
out.
that tape, yeah.
Yeah.
I talked to the player managers after the game. They said that he actually just picked it like himself. It was like he was just like doing this with his mouse, like, and then just picked it by accident. Like he clicked login by accident.
I
And he
got
was
you.
just like, you
He
know,
was hovering Vayne.
yeah, he was